Hello and welcome. Today I am going to be putting together the Letters to Santa mini folio. I have already cut out and folded the pieces, so we are ready to get started. Start with page 1, and to make it easy, you can see it even says fold here and glue this strip on the left side of A. L for left, that's just for me, you probably don't need that. And here is A. So this is gonna go over there, and that is gonna go on that side. Let's see if my glue, I need to take 1 second and fix my glue tip. All right. And glue is nice because once you put it on, you can wiggle it around and make sure it is perfectly straight. I have my just paper back here just to make sure I don't get my little table with glue on it. And on the envelope, you have a double fold, so make sure that you have 2 folds on the envelope and 2 folds in the middle of A. All right, after that is finished, make sure that is glued on there. Now we have our main little book that will close like this, and there's a top view. And now we can turn it over, and the next thing we have to do is put the flaps here in the middle, and the bird goes on top, the wreath goes on the bottom. And when you place this, you want to make sure there's a tiny bit of wiggle room on both sides so that it can easily close. If it's too close to the side, it'll have a hard time closing. So this seam over here on the left side is kind of easier to see than the one over here. So what I like to do is just kind of eyeball it from this one. And I know if I just get it a little bit far away on this side, that it will be okay on the other side too. So fold here and glue. See, I've got a little bit far away from this one. And when I close it, it's got nice wiggle room on both sides. And now these will open like that. I've got some extra glue here, so I'm just gonna wipe it off. Open and close. And now we can put in our inner pockets. And I'm arranging these like this, but you can, I mean, if you want to switch them up, you could. So I'm going to start with the middle ones. And the same thing to be aware of as with putting on the flaps. You just don't want to put it too close to the seam, or else you're going to have this seam, or else you're going to have a little bit, sorry, this seam, or else you're going to have a little bit of trouble opening and closing it. So you can line them up in a way that looks good to you. One thing that you may want to think about is what you're going to be putting in there, and make sure that you have enough room from the top pocket to put something in there. So that's why I have already gone ahead and cut up my ephemera, and I just want to make sure I have room to put something in the top, whatever I might want to. So I think I might put these pictures in. Of course, I only have 2 pictures, so I could put them here and here. In the top, I could put a tag or anything I wanted to. Tag is going to be too big. I could put the milk and cookies, or I could put the coal, which hopefully nobody needs, but I'm just going to make sure I have a bit more room to put something up there. And then once I have where I want the top one, I'm going to mark it right here so I know where to put it. And we start with the top one. You just glue on the sides and on the bottom. Plenty of room on both sides there. And then I will kind of, after the top one, we do the middle one next. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball how it's gonna look where it's done, so I can, when it's done, so I can line it up about the spacing that I'm gonna want. That looks all right to me. So I'm going to mark it again. And then only one left. Make sure not to put it too close to the bottom so that it has plenty of room for the flap to fold over. There we go. I'm gonna do this one next. Not perfectly straight, but it is, it's gonna be good enough. My motto is that perfection is the enemy of good. And I'm gonna line these 2 up how I want them. Always test and make sure you're doing it in the right spot, and it's going to be able to easily close. I'm going to mark where I want that and glue. What's nice about the stripes is that you can use them to help you line everything up straight. Plenty of room for that one. And that's really it. That was fast. I'm not going to do a closure in this video. What I'm going to do for a closure is the simplest closure that you can do, which I love this page, by the way. This one's my favorite little page. But it's simply a ribbon. And there you go. And as for the ephemera that comes with this, you get, these are my favorites. These are two vintage little photographs of kids with presents. Put those in there. Get milk and cookies for Santa, and the lump of coal, which I hope nobody needs, but they're in there. Also, if you were doing closures on this with brads and you needed to cover up the back, I think it would be cute if you just covered it up actually with these graphics right here and here. But since we're not doing that right this second, I'm gonna leave the coal out. It's kind of mean. Anyway, you can, we also have a naughty and nice list. It fits really well right here and right here. And we have this little book that I did not fold. We also have this map that says North Pole Shipping Company. Now this map is too big to fit by itself. So what you could do is you could fold it into a nice little shape, and you could tuck it in there like this. Other things you could put in there is we have a whole bunch of tags. So you're gonna have more than you can actually fit in here, which is nice because then you have choices. This is a real vintage image. I found it from the New York Public Library public domain image website. So you could take whatever of these that you like and tuck them in. In fact, you can tuck all of them in. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed this. This is actually my first YouTube video, so I have no idea what to say. But thank you for watching. And I will put a link to this in the section down below. Thanks.